It's time for Did You Watch It?
How does this show work? We watch what we like, we talk about what we watch, and maybe you'll like what you hear. I'm Liz.
And I'm Neil.
Last night, we streamed episode 7 of I Want to Marry Harry. We watched the show on Monday, June 23rd, 2014. Here's what we thought about it.
As far as this show goes, I think it was a huge mistake for them to try and market it as, women who couldn't tell the difference between the real and a fake Prince Harry.
You think so?
Even though that was the basic premise, because the majority of them are not unintelligent, they are not unsophisticated. It's just that the way that they did it, they basically left a lot to their imagination and for them to fill in their own blanks.
Yeah, but even in that case, they all, except for what we saw tonight, pretty much believe it.
Yeah, but the thing is that people believe what they want to believe if they're given enough reason to believe it.
Yeah. If
they had invested a little bit more energy into showing like that initial scene with the helicopter, where he's like 200 yards away, but the flaming red hair, and this is how they got suckered in. You have the paparazzi, you have the security guards and the little security scares and all these different things going on. I think they would have done a little bit better job selling it to the public that they shouldn't believe that these women are dumb enough to just say, oh, look, it's Prince Harry, when they first walk in. And, he's clearly not.
Well, they did take some time to set it all up, though.
Exactly. And they should have taken a similar amount of time to set up the viewing audience to manage their expectations. Once again, I'm just Monday morning quarterbacking.
But we love that about you.
Well, thank you. It's the whole woulda, coulda, shoulda thing. It's still canceled. We're still down to just being able to stream it. And that's okay, because this is the show before the last show.
So you've had a lot of time to think about this, I gather.
I've had a lot of time to think about this, obviously.
Wow. What is it like to live in that head of yours?
It's always being condemned, but knowing that the city doesn't have enough money to actually tear you down.
Wow. Now that's an analogy.
So, this is the first week without Megan.
Yes, I felt her absence already.
Her absence was palpable.
It was.
And it was definitely different because it just seemed that crazy was the order of the day.
Yeah, I think crazy took first position over funny.
Yeah.
With Megan gone.
Oh my God. The ladies got the opportunity, since they're down to the final 4, to spend some time at a country spa.
Yes, it was like a little country retreat.
Exactly, because, they had to, decompress and just get their wits about them.
Well, and life is so stressful in the castle. I mean, come on.
Yeah, really. Hello. So Matt got the opportunity to spend a little time with each one of the girls.
Yeah, I thought this was really cool because this is the first time that we've seen him spend blocks of quality time with each girl.
Yes.
So I kind of liked it.
The Crown Suite resident, Kimberly, actually got to spend a little bit more time with him than the rest of the girls.
I just love her. I can't help myself.
No, she's a sweetheart.
She's a sweetheart, and I really like her for Matt.
So we start with his private audience with Karina.
Yeah. They had this impromptu pool time. It was out of nowhere. And I felt like, oh my gosh. I mean, it was on in that pool. They were all over each other.
Yeah, because, that's how Karina is. Because she wants her some Prince.
Yeah, she does.
One thing I noticed, when Karina and Matt are together, they don't talk much.
They kiss a lot. And you're right, they don't talk much.
At least we don't see their conversations.
Yeah.
Because they're too busy, doing the whole snuggling and swap and spit thing. And
yeah. But his face towards the end, when he was kind of, we heard his narrative saying, I feel bad lying to her. And you could just see it on his face at the end. I just felt bad.
Oh, he's aged 7 years since
Right?
this thing started. So after Karina, after he dried off and, left Karina in the pool, then he got the opportunity to have a little seat in one of the parlors with Kelly.
Yeah.
And I noticed something.
I noticed a lot of stuff.
Well, yeah, but I noticed something specifically during this one.
Okay.
With all the drama and the conflict, I totally forgot that they hadn't kissed yet.
Oh, yeah, it's kind of awkward. You're kind of my sister.
Yeah, heavy on the sister.
right?
Heavy on the sister, yeah.
Especially with her awkward kiss talk.
Yeah. Matt said that she has every quality that he's looking for, but the thing that's lacking is the feelings of romance.
Yeah.
Yeah, because, hello, sister.
Yeah, it's that spark. You don't see it at all with them.
No, it's a dead battery.
Yeah, I felt weird watching that because I felt awful for her. When you ask somebody for a kiss and then...
I almost felt bad for her, but then I remembered last episode and I was good with it. So then after Kelly, he got to spend some time with Rose. Now, she's only 22, but she was in a 7-year relationship.
I know. 7 years?
7 years. And she's from LA.
So we're talking high school.
Yeah, someone she dated in high school and it just carried on after the fact. And it's like, dude, you're in LA.
Wow.
It's not like you're in Mobile.
I know. And she said, she realized through that she kind of lost herself.
So why is she so willing to jump into something different? She needs to stick with the Mistress Rose thing because I think she can make that work.
Would you sign up for that website? Oh, wait, don't answer that.
I'm not answering it. So after Rose, then he sat down with Kimberly.
Yeah. Well, and she confessed that she'd been cheated on, and then that made it really hard for her to open up, which I totally get.
Oh, yeah. Because absolutely the thing that you want to do when you've been cheated on to get back into the full swing of things is to go on a dating show where you're going to be competing for the same guy with 11 other women.
I thought the cutest thing, though, was when they were whispering compliments to each other in the jacuzzi. Yes. That was adorable.
That was so cute.
Are you making fun of me?
No, I am not.
Stop it.
What? I haven't started. Hey, it's time for a toga party.
Okay, this was just weird to me.
Oh, yeah. Karina said, we're going to party the way Prince Harry parties.
Yeah.
Of course. Doesn't every member of the royal family celebrate their birthday Animal House style?
Oh, it was so weird.
Before I continue, I have to explain something.
Okay.
Because I've got a note that I have to pass on. When they were playing the little Toga Twister game.
Okay.
Okay. There was symbols on the little spinner that Kingsley had.
Okay.
And there were symbols on the floor. And so, when he spun it, we had to match the symbol, like Aquarius, Scorpio, Cancer, right?
Okay.
Okay. When Kingsley said, we can put Miss Kelly on a 69, I threw up in my mouth a little. Yeah, Daddy was done at that point.
It's totally missed that.
Really?
Yes.
Oh,
he said
yes.
What?
He said, we can put Miss Kelly on a 69 because it's the symbol for Cancer.
Oh my gosh.
Oh man, I did not need that visual.
And thank you now for giving it to me.
There's nothing like a healthy dose of hairy ass during a Toga Twister game. That's what I say.
Oh my gosh.
I don't even know who that was.
It was Kelly.
It was Kelly?
It was Kelly that was practically sitting on his shoulder.
Well, she was laid over him, but there was somebody that was literally just implanted on his butt cheek that was like,
wow.
Really? And it's togas. We're not talking jeans. We're not talking hazmat suits. It's togas, people.
I know. It didn't leave much to the imagination at all.
Oh, God. Also, the little pass the chocolate game.
Yeah.
Okay, absolutely wasted on this group. All right? If I was Matt and I had known that the game was on the agenda, my final four would have been Rose, Megan, Maggie, and Jacqueline, and I would have just sent the crew home early.
I mean, the most awkward was watching Kelly do that.
Oh, swallow.
Oh my gosh, I was like, okay. And we're not even to the kissing part yet.
Oh yes, the kissing game, clearly the only way Kelly was going to get a kiss.
Right.
During this show.
It was off the charts on the awkward meter.
If I were her, I would be thanking the producers left and right because it wasn't going to happen any other way. They had to work it into the script. It's like, I can just see the director say, come on, you got to kiss. I don't want to kiss her. I don't want to kiss her. It's like kissing my sister.
And that camera was seriously up their noses.
All right.
Yeah.
Before the game was even over, before this little kissing game was even over, Karina won. Because she went first and Kelly went second. As much time as Kelly spent sticking her tongue down his throat and exploring every nook and cranny of his mouth.
It was disgusting.
Okay, unless they had a Listerine fountain in the back.
Ugh.
Rose and Kimberly, they knew they were going to get equal amounts of Kelly and Matt when they kissed him.
Oh, gross. Oh my gosh, that is so disgusting.
She's saying, oh God, I kissed better than them. No. They just didn't want you, girl. Okay? Because they didn't sign up for like your backwash at all. So
that's just gross.
They just fell on their swords for that one. And I don't blame them a bit.
Can I say gross one more time?
You can say gross one more time.
It was really gross.
So they're sitting down after the games are over, and it's the little question and answer period. And I think it was Karina asked him how old William was.
Yeah.
And he said 30, but he's actually 31, and Rose caught it.
I know, but okay, I get that she said she knows that he's 2 years older.
Uh-huh.
But really, what American girl knows that Prince William is 2 years older than Prince Harry?
Rose?
I don't buy it. I'm sorry. I just seriously don't buy it. I just don't think she knows that much about him.
Well, you got to figure that with all the baby talk and the stuff that was going... How old is the baby? The baby's like, what, a year old?
A year, I think, yeah.
Yeah. I don't know. Whichever. But, she caught it. And she said, you know what, I'm going to play anyway because I like him. I don't know who he is, but I'm kind of good with it.
Yeah.
So,
well, and then she goes on to say the security is fake and she's
not gonna... it's a house of cards at that point because then if you start to question one thing, then it leads you to question a whole bunch of other things.
I honestly just don't think she knew that. I think she was...
Okay.
Focusing on other stuff and maybe, I don't know.
It's anybody's guess. We also find out that Karina still has a picture of her ex-boyfriend in her wallet.
Okay, that is bizarre. Who carries around a picture of their ex-boyfriend? There's a reason they're an ex.
And we don't know how much of an ex he actually is.
Well, and we saw how Kelly spinned that totally.
Oh my gracious. It's like...
She's picking somebody and then just... tearing them apart.
Yeah. Target acquired, preparing to lock.
Right? Launch missiles.
Yeah. Man. We then go to the dates that the girls have arranged for Sir.
Yeah. And these were cute. I really liked these.
There was an abundance of cute.
It was.
We start with Kelly, who wants to ride a tandem bike in the rain.
And she didn't even want to ride it as in contribute. She just wanted him to pedal it.
She just wanted him to pedal.
I mean, come on.
Then she decides that she wants to do like the whole Cirque du Soleil thing.
Right.
And like just stand up on the back and I'm gonna contort my body into these different positions. It's like, pedal, heifer.
Oh, poor Matt.
I would have said, bitch, I don't want a head wound too.
I know.
You wonder why the child has cranial damage, because she's steady acting a fool. Kimberly decided to take him on a little bungee jump.
I'm sorry, but bungee jumping on a date, I think, is the worst idea in the world.
If any of the four of them was going to do it, it would absolutely be Kimberly.
Yeah. Well, yeah.
What would have been better would have been a tandem bungee jump.
If they were both bungee jumping together. That's what I was kind of waiting for, because we've seen that on that other show.
On that other show that we don't talk about when we're doing this show.
Yeah. So I figured for sure if they were bungee jumping that they would be doing it together. So it was just odd when he went up by himself and she could tell he was terrified.
Right. Well, obviously.
Well, but Prince Harry would not have been terrified.
We don't know how he would have reacted.
He flies around in helicopters. He's in the military. He would not be afraid of heights.
Okay, fine. Whatever. At least he's got the plane.
Oh, God.
The plane or the aircraft or whatever, there's controls. It's like bungee, all you got working for you is gravity.
I can't do it. I just imagine myself like plummeting on the ground,
Nobody's asking you to do it, so keep your ass on the ground.
To my death with my head splattered open.
Okay, we're going back to Harry and all this good stuff, and we can talk about your head splattering later.
Sorry.
So Karina set up a little wine tasting date. Of course.
Of course.
Okay, she is the closet alcoholic in the group. Because remember the bar dance
Yeah.
At least Maggie was out with it. You know, Maggie and Jacqueline were just like all up front, but this one is the closet. This is one that goes, you know, into the bathroom and like pulls out the flask and just takes a sip or two to get her through the rough spots. And then Rose chose a little fireside chat.
Yeah. Now, we thought Kelly's conversation with Matt was awkward. This was triple.
It was very awkward, but you understand why it was awkward. Kelly, there's no explanation for why Kelly is awkward other than the concussion.
And that she's gaga over Matt.
But it was the first time that I actually saw Rose as a viable option.
Really?
For the end. Yeah. Well, because she said that, you know, once she figured out that he was absolutely not Prince Harry, she said she liked him because of who he was while she was getting to know him. So, you know, viable option. And also, hello, Mistress Rose.
Mistress Rose? Oh, totally.
I'm telling you, you know, because that is just waiting to explode onto the scene there. So...
He will not forget that for a very long time.
No, he will not.
Class is in session.
So, we had an early tribunal today.
I know, and they didn't show any discussion.
No, I think the discussion spoke for itself.
Yeah.
And so, they're in the dining room, and I can hear the gears spinning in Kelly's head while they're waiting for Kingsley, figuring out how she could work her way to get Karina.
Well, how she can work a way to get all of them.
In her mind, she figured all she had to do was get Karina out of the way. If she could get Karina out of the way, then it was a downhill slide for her.
Yeah, I think she's definitely got her mind on some strategy.
Oh, yeah. And of course, because they had the little conversation at the table, and I'm sorry, Karina was volunteering too much information.
Right? And how she didn't know that Kelly was pumping her for that information, I don't know.
Yeah, hello, closet. You know, I need some wine. This is my bar dance.
We saw what Kelly did last week with Megan. It feels like she's going to do the same thing with Karina.
Yeah, I'm sitting here talking to the screen. Karina, shut up.
Right?
Karina, shut up. But she's got wine mouth.
I just don't understand. It's like, that is way too much information to volunteer.
Yeah. So then here comes Kingsley. Sir would like to speak with Kelly.
Yeah, awkward pause.
Yeah, and I checked the time, and it's like, oh crap, there's 12 and a half minutes left in the show.
Ooh.
This is going to take a while.
So you knew.
I knew that there was something up. Oh, note to Kelly. Before she met with him, you know, she said, I don't know if he knows how much I care about him. Kelly, he knows.
There is no question in
Karina
his mind.
knows. Rose knows. Kimberly knows. We all know.
Everybody
the only people
knows.
that don't know are Leah and Andrea, and that's only because they were the first two sent home. But everybody knows.
Yes.
We've been talking about it all damn season.
Yes.
It was so funny. When Matt finally asked her to stay, he kissed her on the cheek.
He did. And her desperate speech, that was just, yeah, that was bad.
Yeah. It was very bad. Matt said, you're still here for a reason. Yeah, because the producers love a train wreck.
And Kelly is that for sure.
But I think the real reason is because they don't want another Leah situation. You know,
you think
they've got a limited budget. There's limited resources available to them. 24-hour suicide watch is pretty expensive.
It's going to be on their heads. They can't deal with the publicity.
It's much better to just keep her in plain sight for as long as possible rather than risk an international incident.
Oh my gosh. And it would be an international incident.
Just before Kelly leaves. When I'm around you, I get a little crazy. Okay, the look on Matt's face.
Did you see his face? I know.
Oh, yeah. Okay, plain as day. Yeah, no shit.
He was terrified.
And it's like, and I'm a little worried right now. Here comes Kingsley. Sir would like to speak to another lady. Karina.
I did not know what was going to happen at this moment.
When I heard that he picked Kelly, and once I heard him call Karina in, it's like, okay, he's saving the one that's going home for last.
Yeah.
So when he picked Karina, I knew Rose was going home.
I didn't put it together. I was like, okay, is he going to send her home? Is that why he's calling her next? Like, I didn't realize that he was going to talk to all of them. But that makes sense, because we're at that point, right?
And they got plenty of time, obviously.
Yeah.
When Matt told Karina, invited her to stay a little while, okay? Her, really?
Right? Like she couldn't believe it. Come on, Karina.
Right. No, that was Charlene's sure.
Yeah, sure.
Yeah.
She knew she was staying.
Yeah. Is she that drunk?
Yeah.
That she can't even get a, yes, absolutely, thank you. No, really? Ugh. She need to stay out the closet. That's all I'm saying.
Well, Karina can't play coy very well.
No, she doesn't.
That's a Megan trait.
And Kimberly was so cute.
Oh, she was so cute.
She was so cute when she got up and said, I just go back. Yeah, it was nice. I was happy for her.
Yes, me too. What's another word for cute? Because I say that all the time too.
Darling.
Ah, she was darling.
And there's a part of me that is sad that Rose got selected to go home. But there's also a part of me that is happy that she got selected to go home.
Okay, why and why?
All right, I'm sad that she got to go home because I believe her when she said she was really starting to have feelings and that she liked him for who he was, especially when she found out that he wasn't who everybody thought he was. But I'm glad that she got to go home because she really needs to work that Mistress Rose routine for a while. Before she ties herself down to somebody else.
To benefit the rest of you.
Absolutely.
You're such a giver.
Public service.
You're really just thinking about everybody else.
Yeah, that's right. Because once again, I got socks older than she is. So I'm not interested. I'm just thinking, work on the skill set.
Exactly.
Yeah, long term. I'm thinking long term. Because there's going to be a guy in about 3-4 years who's going to be very appreciative that she sharpened the saw.
Of all of those
skills. I'm just saying. Right. She left very quickly.
She did. And it was weird. I just felt so bad when Matt kind of sort of went in for the kiss goodbye. Like, even if it was on the cheek, and she just got up and left.
Well, she was hurt, and I get it. Afterwards, they're back in the gaggle suite, and here's Karina and Kimberly, and they're sitting there talking, and then the door slowly opens.
I know, right? And then you see one curl.
Yeah, and they said, Kelly! And they shouted her name, and then they didn't move because I know it was shock.
Yeah. Well, they both had their mouths like hanging open.
Yeah, it's like, he picked you?
It's you? You got to stay?
Yeah, really. Where's Rose? It's like, Rose ain't here.
Yeah.
Yeah.
I don't get it. With Kelly, really.
Yeah, my guess is that they had to order the monogrammed towels and robes and everything else early, so they had to keep all the Ks.
Yeah. Oh my gosh, that's right. Brilliant observation. You're so observant.
I get lucky sometimes.
I feel oblivious in comparison.
So Kelly has now got a new target.
Yeah.
Because she has to let Harry know about Karina's boyfriend before it's too late.
Man, and I feel like that's going to happen tomorrow morning.
First thing, before they crack an egg, she's going to be like, Harry, I have something to tell you. Kimberly is very astute in her assessment that she thinks that Kelly is crazy.
Of course she is.
Yes, absolutely. I mean, and she is worried. She's very concerned.
She should
be. Karina is incredibly uncomfortable. It's like, I know it's Kelly, but for some reason I feel anxious. Stop drinking.
Of course.
Because your mouth runneth over when you drink.
For some reason I feel anxious. Because she's crazy.
Because she's crazy and her crosshairs are pointed straight at you, honey, because Megan said you were princess material in episode 3.
Yeah.
She better white knuckle it for this last episode.
Man, the target is on her back.
Oh yeah. Burn the picture, clear out the cell phone, remove any kind of evidence. What boyfriend? What picture? She's just crazy.
It's just so crazy to me because, that's obvious. Why would you talk about your ex in front of the other girls?
Hello, drunkity drunk. We needed 2 30-day chips. We didn't realize.
What do you think? Do you have any predictions for next week?
Kimberly.
Yeah, that's who I want it to be.
I want it to be her too, because Kelly's crazy and Karina is too much into the whole princess thing.
Yeah.
Don't call yourself princess yet. It ain't over.
Oh, when she said that, I was like, really? Princess Karina has a lovely ring.
Yeah, so does Karina has a boyfriend.
Exactly. And we're going to hear a lot of that next week.
Lot about that. Oh, my gracious.
All right, let's take bets for how long it takes into the episode for Kelly to tell Harry.
7 minutes.
Okay, I predict 5 minutes.
Well, they got to eat. They have to have breakfast. Kelly's not going first. Because you got to end with the drama. You got to close strong.
That's true.
Kimberly will go first. Kelly will go second. Karina will go third.
Okie dokie. Yeah. Those are the predictions. All right.
And I'm telling you, it is very difficult not to watch ahead.
I know.
I am staying off Twitter. I'm staying off, any kind of articles that even hint. I've already blocked it from my phone.
Me too.
That's our time for today. You can follow us on Twitter at @did_watch_it. You can also find us at iTunes. Let us know what you think. Thank you for listening.